Alrighty, guys. Kentucky gets destroyed by Alabama. Alabama improves to 10-3. They may be the best team in the SEC. What if Alabama wins the SEC on top of winning the national title in football, the national championship, whatever? It's a good time to be an Alabama fan right now, people. But we'll see how their season goes. They're still early in the season, of course. 10-3. And let's look at Kentucky's stats. Brooks struggled, 10 points. Askew played a pretty good game, 12 points. Sarr, 6 points, 5 rebounds. Mintz, 5 points. Boston, 5 points. Allen, 8 points. And Jackson, 14 points, 6 rebounds. So, of course, Kentucky was mourning the death, of course, of a very special person. I'm not going to get into it, but let's just say, I'm going to let this game pass because of what they went through with that tragic death they had. So, we'll let this game pass, people, because of that. But we'll see how they rebound from that loss, see how it goes. Kentucky, of course, still in great shape if they can continue to play like they was before this game. And, I was looking at the past games that Alabama had played, or Auburn played, because we've got Auburn coming up next. And Auburn lost 90-94 to Alabama. So they scored that many points. I mean, that was impressive when you sit back and think about it. That's impressive to score that many points. So the Auburn game is not going to be an easy game for Kentucky, people. Don't sit back and think, well, we can pull this one out. It's not going to be that hard. It's going to be a very difficult game for Kentucky. I mean, that's just how it's going to be. I don't see Kentucky really having many easy games, even if they play inferior team. We're just not playing good enough right now. But we have improved so much, so we still have to remember that maybe this game was just one of those games that happened. Of course, I knew we was going to have games like this because the team it's how it is when you got a young team like Kentucky. You're going to have games where you think, look how good this team can play. And of course, then you're going to have games like this. So either Alabama is that good or we just didn't show up. It's one of the two. And we'll find that out as the season continues in the SEC, I guess. So we're playing Auburn next. And let's look at the stats for that. I want to look at these stats for Alabama. Let's give this team the credit they deserve. They shot 14 for 30 on three-pointers. Kentucky, 4 for 18. They shot 45% overall, 31 of 68. Kentucky, 21 of 61, 34%. Three-pointer was the key this game for Alabama. They took it to Kentucky. Even though we out-rebounded them 44-36, it didn't matter. We had 19 turnovers. They had 11. And the fouls, 23-18, didn't really matter. Assists, they had 15, we had 7. So they had everything going for them this game. And we just have to hope Kentucky can rebound from this. We'll see. Let's look at the standings now in the SEC. I want to see exactly where Auburn is at. Auburn is 1-4 in the SEC. You would think Kentucky would have an easy game coming up because Kentucky's 3-1 in the SEC. But that's not how it works this year. So, Alabama's 5-0. South Carolina's 1-0 in the SEC. I guess they've had some kind of break out of the virus or something. LSU's 4-1. Tennessee's 3-1. Kentucky's 3-1. So, Kentucky had their shot to have sole possession of the SEC, of course, but they lost to Alabama. Alabama's great on the road. It's 5-1. How about that? 5-1. And LSU's 7-0 on the road, 9-2 overall. So LSU's quietly creeping up there. And of course, you got Tennessee playing well, 9-1, 7-1 in the conference. But we all know Bruce Pearl is the man. He gets the job done. So he's going to have Auburn ready to go, especially against Kentucky. He's going to have them pumped up and ready to go. So I think it's going to be a hard-fought game. There's just no way around it for us. Hopefully we can come in and look like the team that played Florida. Hopefully we can look like that, but just hard to imagine it. It really is hard to imagine us playing like that again. But we have it in us. We have it in us. So let's just hope we can continue and hope the Florida game wasn't just one of those games where Kentucky showed up and Florida didn't. It's always a possibility. We still don't know much about this Kentucky team. Even though we're 3-1, we're still not sure what this team is going to be. We just have to hope for the best. That's all we can do. So I'm going to pick Kentucky to beat Auburn in a close game. Kentucky cannot seem to get out of the 70s, so I'm going to pick Kentucky again to be in the 70s. I'm going to say Kentucky 74 and Auburn 70, just because. Prove me wrong, Kentucky. Prove me wrong. But we'll see how it goes from here. Got a long way to go yet. 3-1, we're still looking good in the SEC, so we'll see how it goes from here. Because there's a lot of pretty good teams in the SEC, but again, everything will even out as the year goes on. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, guys, that's going to be pretty much it. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Let me know how you feel about Kentucky. And as always, go Big Blue.